Today, I'm trusting YouTube, not the algorithm, not any growth hacks. I'm just trusting the process of letting it all go. Picture up! Welcome as I stroll through today, walking this new trail. It's probably about 4 or 5 miles from where I'm at, trying something different, getting some fresh air, getting out. But a beautiful late evening here in Central Florida. I wanted to talk a little bit about something today that I've been thinking about a lot as of lately, and it's this YouTube. And through this process of YouTube, I've tried multiple things, and it's not like I'm brand new at it. This has been very challenging for me over the years as an individual, because I've done so much in my creative journey. I've done everything from being a music artist, being behind the scenes, running a management company, a successful record label, an executive producer, showrunner, talk radio host, live stream host, podcaster. And one thing I never really did well with it was carry an audience with me. Once I decided to stop and do something, I immediately just stopped. And most of those audiences that I built over the time were probably not interested in the big shifts that I was making. A lot of it too was I was building, foundational things as well in my life, like faith and hope. And I think a lot of people didn't want to move over with that. They were used to a certain personality I did on the radio, or they were used to something else I did. Because most things I did with content creation was all completely different. From political to spiritual, to just vlogging, to recovery vlogs, to talk shows, to podcasts. Anyways, you get the idea. And so what I'm trying to really understand with this channel is just to really document my life and what I'm doing, where I'm going, and just the restart button of just surrendering it all at the end of the day. And what I mean by that is I decided, I was building a channel for 3 years, and it was more recovery, and then I moved into an RV, and I shifted the channel so much the audience was mixed. So I think YouTube got really confused. But this time, doing this vlog, I really want to find a community. And I can't stress that enough when I'm doing these things. I'm just documenting my day-to-day of rebuilding myself, doing odd jobs like social media marketing, video content, directing music videos, directing podcasts, producing podcasts, doing YouTube SEO, selling merchandise with our merchandise company, doing short films. So if that's interest to people, great. If it's not, it's my everyday life, and bring you into wherever I'm at and talk to you as well. Like right now, rolling through this trail here in beautiful Central Florida. It's a beautiful thing. So with all that, I'm trusting, I think I want to retract my first statement. I'm going to trust YouTube's algorithm, and hopefully they will push me the audience that I need with all this. It's pretty nice out here, by the way. Kind of beautiful. Sun's going down. It's nice to get out. But my whole goal with this, again, I really just want to find a community. People like to do this, go out and shoot content, some of my, things that I really want to do when I get back, financially stable is like, I definitely want to get the Disney Florida annual pass and start going to Disney on my time off and just vlog, create content. I know a lot of people do it, but that's the content I watch on YouTube. I watch vloggers. I watch people that are vlogging their everyday life. So I'm doing content, not doing it for anybody, but I'm doing content for what I like, what I watch on YouTube. And I know there's an audience for it because the people I watch are getting somewhat successful or already successful. They have a loyal audience. And I'm not really looking to build upon that. I'm not trying to be some big YouTuber. Of course, if I grew the channel out, it was awesome. I've been there before. I've had successful channels. I've had successful platforms. I've had successful shows. So I've had that. But this time, my whole process with this is just to be different. Because none of those people that follow me from the past, people hit me up on Facebook, go, hey, I missed you on radio. What are you doing now? Type of scenarios. But I really want to build a community, right? Well, it's not so much about the channel or what I'm doing. And having people invite me into their lives, and just go out and do adventures and vlog. I think ultimately that's the end game with this, is to connect and also let people know about the services I provide too, and how I stay afloat as an entrepreneur. Because this is all I know is media and entertainment, music, filming, documentary. That's all I've ever done. Podcasting, radio, TV, I've done it all. And so to really, in a nutshell, have people and connect with people, sell them merchandise, vloggers that need merchandise, and just connect and build ultimately. I think that's the main thing. On a lighter note, I never record people about their lives. If they get a camera shot and they're walking by, that happens, right? But you kind of always know, especially these places like trails and just stuff off the radar. You kind of know when people are up to no good. Like I saw this man and woman, very flirtatious with each other. And again, I'm not here to judge. Lord knows I've done my bad things in life. But I can tell they were up to no good. It's got the vibe where they're very secretive in their relationship, if that makes sense. Because when I pulled up, I saw them, just all over each other. Wedding bands. And maybe they are married, but two separate cars. If you're married, you probably show up together. And then I had to keep pacing myself because there was a big makeout session. I was like, man, these married people are in love. Or an affair gone wild. Nevertheless, not here to judge. Do you. Whatever makes you happy, I guess. End result. People hurting people. That's the story of our lives, right? Flawed individuals. But I say all that is I'm really digging it out here. Getting out of here and walking. Getting some air. Because today was a slow day. I've been helping out my friend. She's dropping some music. Probably next week, a couple weeks. So I did some album artwork for her. Also did a lyric video for her because she just can't afford to do a music video right now. So kind of worked on that, and I said, man, the sun's going down. Let me get out and do this daily vlog. But I'm really trusting YouTube in all of this. And this is not proven. It's not a fact, but I do realize that the channel I was building for like, 2.5 years, I think I immediately wanted to go for the gusto. I need numbers. I need people, to subscribe to the channel, which I did. I had an older audience. They connected to the channel, and I think it's not what they, expected. They were thinking Jeff Adams, talk radio personality, live streamer, podcaster personality. Would I take it up a notch and give my take on what's going on in the world? And it hurt the channel. Then I rebranded the channel when I got in an RV. And then YouTube's like, what do I do with this? What do I do with this? Because the beginning of the channel was recovery. Going through something dark in my life, hitting rock bottom, and losing everything. And I'm just like, man, I'm beating the hell out of myself. I don't want to talk about this anymore. And then I shifted to the RV, entrepreneur. And at the end of the day, I think YouTube just struggled with it. Didn't know what to do with me. And I'm like, man, and share it on social media. And people might click your link, but maybe stay there two seconds, where that's going to hurt your retention rate and your click-through rate. So I just decided this time around, I've kind of told people, but I haven't shared it. If they find it, they find it. But I'm not pushing it on social media. I'm just saying, hey, YouTube, find people. And it might be a long journey. I think this is going to be upload 17, I think. Been doing it 17 days straight. So far, 6 subscribers. But I'm going to still keep pushing and see if this thing actually works with this experiment. Because people tell you things like, do this, do that. And this journey might be longer with doing it this way. But I'm going to do daily vlogs as I'm doing. And I hope that YouTube finds my community, like-minded people. And meanwhile, too, I think people, when building channels, be supportive of other people's channels. The channels I watch, I comment down below, and I support them, I encourage them. And that's, in this time of AI, community, souls, real people, that's going to count for something. Because that's what people want at the end of the day. AI can only do so much. It can do a lot. But it can't have a relationship. It doesn't have a soul. And we're just wired that way. We crave relationships. No matter if you're, an introvert or an extrovert. I think I'm both at times. I think I'm a little bit more of an introvert. But I do crave people and communicating and connecting with people. It's important at the end of the day. So with this channel, I'm hoping that you guys can get something out of it. I'm just a guy who has had an interesting background, but the past doesn't mean anything anymore. It's irrelevant. You can say, I did this, I did that, I did this. My resume, sometimes I look at it and go, dang, I lived quite the life. But it means nothing, because here I am in 2026, still struggling along. And it's not like I haven't tried to go to work for somebody else. I have, and went down to the process, but a lot of it's political. Media companies. Turned down something a couple weeks ago. I was going to be a showrunner, big media personality, but I'm just not into that political stuff anymore. It's not what I want to do. I don't want to get shot in the back for being a showrunner for an operation that's moving the needle, investigating FBI stuff, DC stuff. Don't want to do it. Do you blame me? And plus, I don't really believe in that system anymore. There's a lot of things that I'm questioning about myself as of late, which is good. But I always go back to my faith as the foundation of resetting everything that I do. And with resets, there has to become patience. And I've always been the type of guy with anything that I do in life. I I don't care what the value is, if it's got numbers, if it makes revenue. Yeah, I've just been the type of guy to just throw it all in the fire. If it made me money or not, just start over. And maybe that's a fault of mine that I need to improve, and maybe hang on things a little bit later, because rebuilding every single time is difficult. Yes, my personal choices could have been avoided, but I'm just saying, like, these type of things, I think I jumped the gun too soon, make rash decisions, because I study analytics, because in the business I am, if you're not producing numbers, you're not doing those type of things, it's failing. Which means when you got paid to do something and you're not performing to what you're paid to do, it means you're failing. So people can say, oh, you don't have to go work for a media company anymore. It's all the same. You can do YouTube channels the same way. Because if your goal is to monetize a channel, and that's what you want to do, and you're failing, you got to readjust. You've got to look at these things. But I think this time around with this channel, I'm just gonna be carefree with it and not care so much, and just hoping that I can find the community I'm looking for and just build that of like-minded people that are creatives, musicians, any creator, anybody that just has a dream, you know, that wants to go out and shoot some vlogs or shoot some content, or just go hang out and do a nature trail, whatever. You know, I'm single. My circle of friends are really, really small, so I'm trying to expand that. And I know people's time is limited, but I do realize the people I follow on channels, they're single, they have a lot more time. So I want to really connect with a lot of those people that do have the time to hang out and communicate. So, if you enjoyed this video, hey, I appreciate it. You know, it's so easy. You can be so hard on yourself sometimes with life. And I want to encourage you, don't be so hard on yourself. That's a loud motorcycle. Ridiculous. But also, hey, you need to pick her up, get your phone, get something out. Go document the journey. Share the world what you're going through. It might bring you some much needed therapy at the end of the day. Even if you don't upload it, it's still cool. And also, I appreciate you, and I'll see you tomorrow on Creative on the Mend. See you soon.